Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Liam Walsh. Liam, how are we?
I'm good. All good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great, mate. Thank you very much for coming on the channel.
No problem.
Nice one. And so am I right in saying you're a 20-year-old super welterweight who's 4-0-2?
Yep, that's me, yeah.
Yep, great. And so if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, I'm going to start off with a question which I always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
When I was younger, my dad was the head coach in the amateur boxing club, and he used to bring me and my older brother along with him, and we were just watching all the time, and then I'd put the gloves on and haven't stopped since.
Okay, that's great, that's great. And so, why did you do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Yeah, it was actually over in England in Nottingham, and I went on a show my dad put me on, and it was a good fight. I won it. It was a it was a proper toe-to-toe war. I remember it very well, but yeah, it was a good fight. It got me my confidence up for the next few fights as well, so it was good.
Indeed, that's great. And so, well, I mean, you were fighting in my area then, and so I suppose you kind of started as you wanted to go on.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think my first 10 fights were all winners, and I was doing very good over there. Yeah, so it was good. Then we came back to Ireland. So yeah, it was a good career, you know.
Indeed, indeed. And so, what would you say was your biggest achievement from the amateurs?
I won multiple box cups, which had international boxers come over. I boxed the Ukraine fella in the Smithfield Box Cup as well. So, you know, I've had experience with high level from foreign countries fighting when I was in amateurs. So I never got to achieve my one-time goal of the national title, but I did get to the finals and stuff. I had always met up a good amateur boxer, and it stopped me from winning the title, you know.
Okay. No, of course the amateurs is a tough sport, and I suppose, or did you face any kind of tough decisions which could have gone either way?
Yeah, I had 5 losses, and they were all split decisions.
Oh, wow.
So it was always a tight fight, you know. But I've been in some heavy wars in the amateurs as well, you know.
Definitely. And so, how many amateur fights did you end up having?
I had 42 amateur fights, yeah.
Okay.
And I won 37 of them, so it was good, you know.
Definitely. And so, why did you end up turning professional when you did?
When I was in the amateurs, I was only young. I was like 18, and COVID came, and we were travelling up to Dublin from Kerry to meet Tony, my coach now. He has some pros in the gym, and they needed sparring, so we were sparring all over COVID. Obviously no work or anything, so just sparring, and I got the offer then, a few offers, and I decided, you know, amateur boxing isn't going great, so we might as well go for it.
Okay, indeed. And so, I mean, of course, things going very well. You are unbeaten so far on the professional side of things. And so, out of these 4 wins you've had, which one would you say you've performed your best in?
Against Seamus Devlin, I'd say my second fight. It was a very good fight. I started off really well. My third round, I slowed down a little bit, but then at the end of the round and the 4th round, I picked it straight up again, and it was very good. And he had some good comments to say about me as well, so it was a very good learning fight. He put a few tests, because he had a very good jab on him. He'd see his experience. Even when I was standing in front of him, he was doing tricks on me that I took away from that fight, and I can use it myself now.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose it's always nice to hear good stuff from, especially journeymen, as they've been in there and around there with lots of other types of fighters, and so for you to hear good stuff from them is always something you got to take.
Yeah, it gives me a confidence boost going back into the gym straight away, you know. It gives me stuff to work on, but it also knows that the stuff that I'm working on is working in the ring, you know.
Of course. Well, unfortunately, you have suffered the 2 draws, and so I suppose it was back to back. How frustrating was getting them 2 draws?
Yeah, it was tough, but it shows, you know, I'm not taking easy fights. I'm putting myself straight up there, and I took on some 2 very tough journeymen. One was from Russia, and that I say, I thought I was winning comfortably up until the end of the second round. He caught me with a heavy body shot, Vasiliev did, and slowed me down. I came back to the corner and I said to Tony, I said, look, he has caught me here and it sunk, and I'm not going to be able to like perform like I've just been performing. He said he could see that like at the end of the second round I'd slowed down a little bit, and he said, you're going to have to work off the jab, keep him away from you because he's going to pick up on it. And that's what he exactly did, and he took those 2 rounds off me.
Yeah, definitely. No, it sounds tough. And so I suppose the fact that you have suffered these 2 draws early on in your career, it's going to mean that maybe a little bit further along down the line, you'll be perhaps less complacent, as you're not always used to just winning. You have suffered both sides of the coin. Yeah,
well, I feel like looking back in a few years, looking back at those 2 draws, I would say they were the fights that I needed because they put me right in the gym, and I'm training hard, and I know that these people coming to fight me aren't just going to fold over, they're coming to beat me, and they won't upset my career, so I'm working in the gym to make sure that doesn't happen.
Definitely. And so I suppose now you are so early on in your career, what would you say is your motivation?
I just love boxing, mate. I love getting in the gym. I love waking up in the morning and knowing I'm going to the gym. I'm not going to sit in office all day. I'm going into the gym. I'm going to do a few rounds of pads, a few rounds of sparring, come home, get a bit of food, and then go back to the gym again, So that's what I love. I love going into the gym. I'm much happier when I'm in the gym every day.
Great. And so you've got a fight coming up April 1st, so this weekend, and so how's preparations all been going for it?
Yeah, very good. This camp has gone very good. I've had my older brother who will be making his professional debut in the camp with me. So we've been pushing each other each day, so it's been going unreal. A bit of company as well, not doing it all on my own this time, Paddy's there, he's a very skillful boxer, and I think everyone will see that on Saturday night that the 2 of us are going to take over the boxing.
That's great. And so I suppose if he's fighting before you, I suppose it can take maybe the mind off any nerves you might have before your fight, because I'll imagine you'll be quite nervous for him, especially as it's his debut as well.
Yeah, 100%. And I'd probably be more nervous for him than I'll be for myself getting in the ring, because I'm just watching it. And when I'm getting in the ring, obviously I feel a bit of nerves, but it's different for me because it's me doing it. I haven't got to watch anyone get punched in the face or anything. But when it's your brother, you want him to do as well as he can,
Of course. And I suppose just as a follow-up question, would you ever fight your brother in a pro boxing match?
No. We keep it no family in the ring. We used to do a bit of sparring when we were younger, but it always got a bit out of hand, and so with no sparring, we just stick to pads, and we do a bit of technical sparring where we're not fully hitting each other. We can work on things because obviously we're both skillful enough boxers that we can learn off each other very, very well.
Yeah, definitely. And I suppose for anybody who's wanting to come and watch this fight this weekend of yours, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
I know when to pick my shots, and I definitely carry a bit of power behind those shots. So if I do land them, you will be seeing a knockout, and it's an explosive burst of punches. So if you wanted a bit of adrenaline rush to see someone get hurt, then you'll be watching my fights.
Okay, I like that fighting talk. That's good. Okay, and so you are right at the beginning of your career, and you're starting at a young age as well. And so, how far do you believe you can?
Sorry, I can't hear you there. What's that?
So yeah, I mean, you're right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Yep. Okay, and so you are right at the beginning of your career, and you're starting at a young age as well. And so, how far do you believe you can go?
At the moment, I'm just looking to keep learning. And get probably see how many fights I can get this year.
Okay.
And then I want to take some domestic fights, and then look at either the BOI Celtic title or the Irish title for now. And then obviously long term, I do want to see myself up in the European and the world ranks and winning those titles. But at the moment, we'll stay looking at the small goals and improvement each fight.
Mm-hmm. That's good, that's smart. And so I'll leave you with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
I just want to say thanks to all my sponsors, everyone that bought tickets to come and watch me and my brother on Saturday, my coaches and my family for always supporting me.
Mm-hmm. Great, okay. And so, well, thank you very much for doing this, mate. Maybe a little bit further along down the line we can come back and do another interview.
100%, man. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for that.
Okay, great. And so if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and thanks for watching.